Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new video. It's been a while since the World Cup's done, and we are back in European club football. Today, I have Kshitij joining me for a brand new segment. Do you want to do the honors and let the viewers know what the new segment is?
Yep, so it's called Winners and Losers, and we're going to talk about two winners and two losers from each Premier League game week. And Uncle, what do you want to say about this week?
Okay, we're going to jump right into our first winner of the week, and I'm going to start by saying Mikel Arteta. Now, Arsenal, top of the league, one game in hand ahead of City, 5 points ahead of City, having played 19 games, just coming off Arsenal versus Manchester United. 3-2 with Nketiah scoring a last minute winner for Arsenal. What do you have to say about that?
Obviously, first of all, I'm upset, but obviously, because this is about Arteta, I'll stick to that. But like it was total domination. I think, especially the second half, and the way Arteta has his team playing tactically, he's brilliant. So yeah, I mean, what do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think the last 2 weeks the Arsenal have beaten Spurs and Arsenal have now beaten United, and I think this is kind of the point in the season where they've kind of cemented their claim on that title and cemented their place as the favourites for the Premier League for the rest of the season. Of course, they haven't yet played City, and they're playing City for the first time in 2 weeks. But I think as of now, like every Premier League fan, in every Premier League's fan, like Arsenal are probably the favourites to take the league.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I think like especially Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, all firing, and now witnessing it myself, in full glory, obviously because the United game, it's scary, man. And then they brought on Trossard in the end, who also had an effect. And of course, I know I'm forgetting Eddie Nketiah, man. He stepped up instead of Jesus as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, I'll go on and say every team player, but they're all
Of course.
fantastic at the moment.
Yeah, and of course, like coming back to Arteta, like being the winner, like of course, a huge part of that Arsenal fan base was questioning Arteta's worth, Arteta's capability over the last couple of seasons. What has clicked for Arteta this season?
The process.
I love it. I love it.
Like the process has clicked. It's done. It's been completed, almost at least. If they win the league title, it's a successful process. The results will be successful, and there might be a few Arsenal fans, putting banners up of apology. Already, some of them have already begun, and they should, they should be apologizing to the manager for ever doubting him. Us as rival fans, we deserve to criticize other people, so it's fine. I'm not gonna apologize, but yeah, he's done a fantastic job, and we have to acknowledge that. That's why he's a winner for us.
Indeed,
I
indeed.
guess we
What a
go on to the losers
champion,
now.
what a fan. Yeah, that's it for our first winner, and now for our first loser. Kshitij, who are you saying?
Yeah, I had to talk about, whenever, and as soon as we decided we are going to talk about winners and losers, my first thought went to Harry Kane being a loser, especially after the reports that came out this weekend. And yes, he scored, but that's exactly the reason why I think he's even a bigger loser, because, I wouldn't be talking about this if it was any other reporter. It was Ornstein who came out with the report, and he said that Harry Kane is open to signing a new contract at Spurs. Look, I'm out. I'm gonna get speechless. The amount of stuff I can say. How about you add something?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what a what a talent that there is there in Kane. I mean, having won three Premier League Golden Boots and third highest scorer in the Premier League history, just behind Alan Shearer and Wayne Rooney. I mean, definitely, it just sucks that he's not won a single trophy for Spurs, having been their top, just equal their top goal scorer record. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those cases where you have a brilliant player going throughout his career and not having won a single trophy for his club, nothing to stand up for it for his teams. Even with England, just missed out on the Euros this time, not the best performance at the World Cup. I mean, it's just disappointing. It's just sad, really. Do you see him signing with Spurs, honestly?
Look, I didn't until I saw the reports this weekend. I generally thought he was gone. I think this summer, like, it's all falling apart with Conte. It's falling apart at Spurs. I know they won the game against Fulham, but let's be honest, like the way they play the football, like it doesn't look good out there. They look like they're in the mud. I don't know who they're going to get after Conte goes. I don't know if they have the squad to continue at the top level. And look, they might come back if they get like another decent manager. They talk about Tuchel, there's Luis Enrique out of the job. He without a job. And so anything can happen. But I think what, like Harry Kane, man. There was this certain other striker in North London. He went by the name of Robin van Persie. He came to United, won the league, and he's now a legend of the game. So I'm telling you, man, you know what to do, man. Don't sign the thing. Don't make the mistake Aubameyang made. Do the honorary stuff, the respected stuff, like Robin van Persie. Come to the right side.
Some might argue the respected stuff is Marco Royce, but anyways, I'm really rooting for Harry Kane, and maybe we can move on to our next winner. Again, Kshitij, your call.
Oh yes, definitely. We have West Ham overall, I guess, and especially I think it's important to mention how important it was for David Moyes to get this win. It was obviously the El Sakiko. Whoever lost was going to get sacked, and we'll get on to that more. Yeah, we'll get on to the sacking more later. But for now, yes, how Moyes needed that, and Jared Bowen as well, after having a stinker of a season so far, stepping up to get the 2 goals. But it was a very important win for West Ham, and every point matters down there.
Indeed. It's their, I think, first Premier League win in the last 8 games. And West Ham have just had a horrible season coming off of last season, where they were, in fact, at one point favourites to get into the Europa League and finish, even arguably fans claimed that they could finish 4th. And what's happened this season, their top scorer is Jared Bowen with 4 goals in the Prem, and 2 of them were in the last game. And even though they've got a very much needed 3 points, they're playing Newcastle and Chelsea next, and things don't get better. Is the issue at striker? Skamaka and Antonio with a combined 5 goals, I think, this season. And what's going on at West Ham?
To be fair, to be fair to Antonio, I think he had a fantastic game as well in the weekend. I think Bowen got, I think he had some part to play in both goals, if I'm not wrong, Antonio. But, obviously they're not like proper goals because they haven't been scoring too many goals, the strikers they have. And that's why apparently they signed Danny Ings, who now, he does score goals. But then again, I don't know if he's the solution, apparently there's this stat where West Ham have signed about, I think, 50 strikers or something under this current recruitment, if I'm not wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I read this somewhere, but out of that, about 24 or 22 strikers have not scored a single goal for them, and they've left the club. So, they've not been very successful with strikers, and that seems to be the issue again this season, with not many other players stepping up. So, if you don't score goals, don't win games, and that's what's going on at West Ham, I think.
Yeah, and I think, I just know Mo's a strong character of a manager, and they have some big names over there at West Ham, and I'm pretty sure they're going to survive, and they're just not at the same class as all those teams surrounding them currently at the bottom of the table. But fans gotta have faith in Moyes and stick with him, in my opinion. But anyways, let's move on to the next loser. And coming back to the Kshitij mentioning El Sakiko, the loser of that game, Everton just sacked their manager, Lampard. And oddly enough, a new report coming in saying that the majority owner of Everton had nothing to do with the sacking of Lampard. So, what do you think about this news? And
I don't know.
Sacking.
No one knows what's going on at Everton. I don't think, and I think the fans are right to be furious. They've been furious for a while now, and I think they maybe they may have gone overboard with some of the celebration, at least according to the report. But they're literally it's absolutely amazingly astonishing what's going on there. Apparently now today I also read the reports that Moshiri, the main owner at Everton, he's willing to sell the club now, sell his majority stake. So that's also interesting now. I like apparently he wants 500 million for the club, and we don't know what's going on because he's also the guy who wants Bielsa to be the manager. But now if he wants to sell the club, I don't know if he's the one selecting the new manager. Is it the board selecting the new manager? Is it going to be the next owner selecting the new manager? We don't know what's going on. It's a
Totally
shambles of
true.
a club. Yeah, it's absolutely chaos, man. We have no idea what's going on in that club,
Of
and
course.
yeah,
I mean, poor management for sure, but what's happening on the pitch? I mean, I think when Ancelotti came on as manager and they made big name signings, James Rodriguez, I think it was Doucouré, and everything seemed to be clicking for them just a couple of years ago with Calvert-Lewin scoring goals almost every game. James Rodriguez was having putting great performances out there, and ever since his demise and Ancelotti kind of leaving the club stranded, I think it's just gone into total chaos, having just survived last season, and of course all these management issues right now. Is there any hope for Everton?
no, at the moment, I don't see anything. Like, I don't know. Depends on who the new manager is. If there is a new manager, if there is a sale, who's the new owner going to be? We have no idea. So there's a lot of questions, and I think it's difficult to say what can happen right now, what can't happen. Look, anything can happen in football, but it, I guess for me, I think if they go down, I think sometimes maybe it might be better for them if they somehow like go down. But then I think it's Everton. It's such a massive club. Like going down for them would be a like absolute like disaster. Like it's a disastrous, it's a catastrophe for them to go down. But at the same time, sometimes it benefits if you just go down, build back up, like build a project, get the right owners with the right ideas. Maybe that could help them more. But you never know. You never know. They might stay up as well. I think there's a lot of games to be played. We're only half a point of the season, uh, to be honest. So yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, I think we can conclude this kind of there. And those have been our winners and losers. Kindly let us know what you think of those in the comment section below. Is there any winner we missed out? Is there any loser we missed out? Of course, Kshitij wanted to say something about Haaland, I think.
oh yeah. That was another like one of the other winners to talk about. But then at the end of the day, he's so boring. Like I mean, it's boring. But then again, it's important to mention. That guy is a phenom, bro. He's a robot. I don't know what he's doing, man. Yeah, he's surpassed the past 4 Golden Boot winners. I think going all the way back to Kane when he got 30 goals. Yeah, I don't know this guy.
It's just insane stuff, man. I
Yeah,
mean, three
yeah,
goals, 20. Is he what? 24 goals now, I think already. Just like 20
25,
weeks. No, in the
25.
Prem, in the
Yeah,
Prem.
yeah, in the Prem, 25.
Yeah, 25. Okay, I heard 35. I was like, wow, insane.
No,
But
25.
yeah, that has been winners and losers. Let us know what want to hear from us next week, and yeah, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And that has been it. Kshitij, any last words?
Nah, just as Ankur said, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much, and let us know how you like this new segment.
Great, thank you. Have a good one.